Hey, good morning. It's Jeff Waite here, stockideas.org with another book review. Today I just want to take a look at Fixing the Game by Roger L. Martin about bubbles, crashes, and what capitalism can learn from the NFL. Pretty catchy, right? This is actually the third Roger Martin book I've read. I really enjoyed his previous books, The Opposable Mind and The Design of Business. But this one is that is most relevant to investors and anyone interested in finance. Fixing the Game really takes a long, hard look at American capitalism, basically, and talks about bubbles, crashes, and what sort of the underpinnings of those are. And it's a bit more of an academic discussion of the marketplace, the capitalistic marketplace in North America and Europe to an extent. So it's not focused on a specific investing idea or technique or capital allocation strategy. It's much more bigger picture and takes a look at sort of the whole capitalistic ecosystem and tries to sort of find out where things have deviated a little bit, where the theories that underpin our actions and policies, where they may have diverged a little bit from reality, especially over the last 20 or 30 years or so. So, it's a really neat book. Roger Martin does a good job of taking these complex ideas and making them relatively simple and easy to understand. So, the book, and Roger Martin, to be sure, is a business advocate, a very successful business professor. It is in no ways, deploring capitalism for some socialist agenda. He's really appreciates markets and appreciates innovation and appreciates business. But Fixing the Game does look at some of the larger, more systemic problems like stock-based executive compensation and how giving CEOs tons of options that expire within 2 years just sort of incentivizes them to pump up share price with whatever means necessary without consideration for that long-term corporate value. So it really looks at the assumptions of is a corporation's fiduciary responsibility to shareholders really, the essential benchmark that we should be striving for? Does really driving CEOs to maximize shareholder value in the short term, is that really a viable long-term strategy? And the book, does a really compelling job addressing that issue. The notable comparison and what capitalism can learn from the NFL is, a large part of the book talks about sort of expectations, which, as I'm sure is a large part of investing, right? Companies need to meet or exceed their quarterly earnings estimates, and if they don't, their stock price will be punished. So this book also looks a lot at these factors and how as companies beat estimates again and again and again, the bar continually gets raised higher. It makes it harder and harder to beat the system, right? So, or to beat the estimates and continue to appreciate in price. So he makes some compelling analogies or convincing analogies about how it's just like betting on a sports game. If the New England Patriots have won every game in the season, the over-under, the spread to bet on them in the Super Bowl is going to be, they're going to be heavily favorited. So the odds are that they'll win. So you're betting with the odds. So it becomes harder and harder to win based on these inflated expectations. So there's some really neat analogies between different sports leagues and salary caps and how they operate and how that could sort of influence maybe business policy or capitalist policy in America. And that's the thing I like about Roger Martin is he does give some actionable, some realistic suggestions. He's not a total quack who's just spouting theories that are never going to take hold or that have no value. The ideas in here I think are pertinent to any investor, to anyone trying to grow their wealth, anyone trying to understand how the corporate earnings game works. Anyone, teaches you to think a little bit closer about incentives for management. Why are they really doing what they're doing? Look at the facts and the numbers rather than just the talking points. So for those reasons, I really do enjoy Fixing the Game, and highly recommend it for anyone that's kind of interested in these topics. It's a short read, only about 200 pages. The text is big, lots of spaces. Roger Martin uses quite a few diagrams to depict key points and terms, so it's really easy to understand, easy to take away a lot from this book. So if you're looking for a quick summer read with some business application, I definitely recommend Fixing the Game by Roger Martin. So for more information on this book, I can't cover everything in this 3-minute review, so just hit the link below this video. It'll take you through to stockideas.org. And from there, you can read a much more in-depth review, click through, see what people are saying on Amazon, and decide if Fixing the Game is a book for you. So thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you like this and would like to see more free finance book reviews. And have a great day.